Scary eyeballs.
Welcome to the Interested and Interesting Person Project. Let's talk about
Scary eyeballs.
Just kidding, we're talking about Apollo by Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie.
I'm not going to spoil this short story for you, but I will try to give you some idea about what to pay attention to, and guess what the first thing is?
That's right, scary eyeballs. So Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie in this story uses a medical condition known as hemorrhagic conjunctivitis to feature alienation, dis-ease, isolation, and to draw lines that point toward the stifling culture in which our protagonist finds himself. You'll notice from the very beginning that this story is about people being trapped. It may not feel that way. You might start reading and see that opening scene between the protagonist and his parents as perfectly normal, perfectly benign. And yet slowly, as you get deeper and deeper into this story, you're going to find out that the expectations of the parents placed upon the son put him into a situation where he may or may not have had to destroy another human being's life. Ultimately, and at the end of the day, we're all responsible for our own actions. But some things that are out of our responsibility, things that we didn't choose, or where we were born, and who we are born. And Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie very skillfully navigates a balance of all of this to explore a story about misplaced love, loyalty, and cowardice as opposed to courage. I've just dropped a number of themes here that are related to the story Apollo by Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie. My purpose here is not to confuse everyone. It is to interest you in the story because it is a fascinating exploration of human psychology. And that is one of the absolute gifts of the study of fiction, is that we are invited to examine not only the story, the author, the context in which the story is written, but we're also invited to examine our own minds. We're invited to put ourselves into the scenarios that we see the characters embodying. And we hope we might choose better sometimes. This might well be one of those stories. I want to welcome you to Apollo by Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie. Go find it, dive in, and pay close attention to that hemorrhagic conjunctivitis, because that's where the power in this story begins, but not where it ends.
The Interested and Interesting Person Project is brought to you by Chris Risley. That's me.